a new home for a while, let me feel alive. Nothing to hold me back, take my time, just enjoy the ride. A new man passing by, life is good, best I've ever felt. Get me up, somewhere new, somewhere I can find myself. Oh, I feel so alive. As I reach out to the
Family and friends, George Brown College is located on the traditional territory of the Mississaugas of the Credit First Nation and other Indigenous peoples who have lived here over time. We are grateful to share this land as treaty people who work and live in the community with each other. Please remain standing for the singing of our national anthem, followed by the honor song by Jordan Sugar. Thank you so much, Jordan. Jordan Sugar is Cree Lakota from the Piapot First Nation and is Treaty 4 from the Thunderbird Clan. Miigwech, thank you for being with us. Please take your seats. Good afternoon, and on behalf of George Brown College, I would like to welcome you all, graduates, family, and friends, to George Brown College's Convocation ceremonies for the class of 2022. My name is Dr. Chris McGrath, Vice President Students and Senior Student Success Officer, and it truly is my pleasure to serve as your MC today. Today, we have gathered to recognize the academic achievements of graduates from the Center for Hospitality and Culinary Arts. You have all worked so hard to get here, and on behalf of the entire George Brown College community, I extend the warmest of congratulations to you and to those who have supported you on this most special day. It's my pleasure to introduce the members of our platform party, and I invite them each to stand and remain standing, if able, as they are introduced, and I invite you to please hold your applause until the end of the introductions. It's my pleasure to introduce Noella Milne, the Chancellor of George Brown College, and Lisa Zangerl and Jolene May, carrying the Eagle Feather today. The Eagle Feather ceremony and convocation respects Indigenous students' cultural heritage and spiritual beliefs. Eagle feathers symbolize great honor to an individual, and graduation signifies the importance of educational achievement and the honor the graduate brings to their family, community, and nation. In the words of Elder Julie DeBassaguet, the feather is the gift of the eagle. We all have gifts, and we need to honor them and use our gifts to do our jobs. George Brown College remains committed to building stronger relationships with our community schools because we understand and appreciate the role that local secondary schools play in preparing for their post-secondary education. It is with this in mind that we welcome Layla Munir and Julie Nakamura, students in the college's dual credit program. From the Board of Governors of George Brown College, Kevin Castante and Anish Chaudhary Kankala. From George Brown College, Dr. Gervin Fearon, President, Dr. Corey Ross, Provost, Chef John Higgins, Director of Enterprise Leadership, Culinary and Hospitality Ambassador in the Center for Hospitality and Culinary Arts, Janine Christensen, Registrar and Associate Vice President, Strategic Enrollment, Leslie Quinlan, Senior Vice President, People Enablement and Experience, Dr. Krista Holmes, Associate Vice President, Research and Innovation, and Michael Herrera, Chief Financial Officer. And from the George Brown College Student Association, Devani Balavat, Director of Operations. And our keynote speaker this afternoon is Mr. Michael Bonaccini, who will be introduced later in this ceremony. And finally, the staff and faculty of the Center for Culinary and Hospitality Arts at George Brown College, please join me in welcoming and acknowledging your platform party. Please take your seats. This afternoon, we are recognizing graduates from the School of Hospitality and Tourism Management in the Center for Hospitality and Culinary Arts. Our interpreters this afternoon are Monique Ledrew and Tara Everett, and our real-time captioner is Olivia Arno. It's now my pleasure to invite Chancellor Noella Milne to open today's convocation ceremony. Madam Chancellor.
Class of 2022, it's my pleasure to join your family, friends, and the George Brown community in celebrating your achievement today. As Chancellor of George Brown College, my role is to act as an ambassador and advocate for our students and graduates, to tell the world about the amazing things you're doing and the impact you're having on our community. Now, I know some of you might be thinking, but I really don't feel so amazing right now. And how am I supposed to make an impact in the middle of a pandemic? It's true that you are graduating at a time of great uncertainty and change. And I know how scary and overwhelming this can be. But we can't control the challenges that life sends our way. All we can control is how we respond to them. The COVID crisis has forced us out of our comfort zone. It has shown us that companies and individuals that are adaptable flexible, and innovative, excel in a time of turbulence and great change. And what I've discovered in my own life is that when times get tough, the best way to help yourself is by helping others. I'd like to share a little bit of my personal history, as I hope it will resonate with many graduates and families here today. I came to Canada alone at the age of 17 as a young immigrant from India, looking for new opportunities. I worked during the day and attended classes at night to earn a college diploma and then a university degree until eventually I landed in law school. Since then, I've seen the many ways that having an education opens doors to opportunity, both professionally and personally. Not only has it allowed me to establish a rewarding career, it has, more importantly, provided me with many tools that enable me to give back to my community. For me, this has meant volunteering with a wide range of organizations, from the George Brown College Foundation to the Children's Aid Foundation of Canada to UNICEF Canada. My work with these charities has kept me grounded and made me realize how fortunate I am and spurred me on to want to give more of my time, money, and efforts. The focus away from myself is the gift that being involved in community work gave me, made me more sensitive and more humble, traits that sadly you do not pick up in law school. Today I want you to consider how you can take what you've learned at George Brown and use it to make your community stronger and a better place because you are there. Think about how much you've grown and changed during your time at college, how much you've learned, not only about your area of study, but about yourself as a person and the world around you. How can you apply this knowledge to help others and bring about positive change? This world appears to be becoming a more divided, scarier place every day, where the gulf between the haves and the have-nots, racialized and non-racialized people, those who want to fight climate change and those who deny it, seems to have widened to an insurmountable degree. You have the opportunity to bridge that divide. Instead, reach back, way back, and help those behind you make it through. Stand up for the underprivileged and the bullied. Speak up anytime you encounter discrimination or racism towards yourself or those around you. Take a stand on climate change issues. The last 12 months have been extremely turbulent, and we will no doubt remember this year as a year of deep sorrow and loss, with thousands suffering and dying in Ukraine, and thousands of our loved ones dying of COVID. But we will also look at this year as the watershed year, when the seeds of love and hope were sown, when people of all colors and backgrounds, all over the world, marched together under the Black Lives Matter banner to push back on racism, injustice, and senseless discrimination. We've seen the Western countries united as never before to offer aid and support to Ukraine. We've seen people reject the politics of division and hate, voting for a kinder, more empathetic, and inclusive society, both in the US and more recently in France. Real social change can happen when people come together to advocate and take action. Take advantage of the pandemic pause to evaluate, to take stock of what it is you are all about. What will make you proud? This pandemic has starkly exposed what has always been lurking in the shadows, the unacceptable, soul-wrenching divisions in our society. You have to decide what kind of a world you want to live in. And once you decide, your actions should reflect your choice. There are many possible futures for each one of you graduating today. Your actions from this day onwards will determine what that future will be. So choose your path and your actions thoughtfully. So for example, if you decide you want to live in a world that is free of racism, how will your actions and the way you live your life reflect this choice and help shape that world? You might be overwhelmed and say you are no Gandhi, nor Martin Luther King, nor Nelson Mandela. But remember, if thousands of people did not march with those great leaders, they would have had zero impact on this world. It took thousands of ordinary people like you and me who believed in the cause to take a stand, to take a risk, to follow them. That's how you get meaningful and lasting change. Community is the key. There are so many ways to give back, and I know you'll find community involvement to be incredibly rewarding. Class of 2022, I'm incredibly proud of all you have accomplished. There is so much potential in this graduating class, and I can't wait to see and celebrate when each one of you makes your mark on our community. With that said, it is my pleasure to now declare this convocation ceremony open. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Chancellor. I now call upon Chef John Higgins to introduce our keynote speaker.
Good afternoon, everyone. Madam Chancellor, Mr. President, George Brown College faculty and staff, graduates, family and friends. It is my great honour to introduce to you our 2022 keynote speaker, Chef Michael Bonnicini. Chef Bonnicini was born and raised in South Wales to a Welsh mother and Italian father. He trained in London and immigrated to Canada in 1985. Michael is one of Canada's leading restaurateurs and one of the most respected and accomplished hospitality industry leaders in Canada. He is also a TV celebrity, a judge on MasterChef Canada, and host of Bonnicini's Italy. Chef Bonnicini was featured on Cook Like a Chef and is the resident chef on the Marlon Dennis Show. Chef Bonnicini co-founded Oliver & Bonnicini Hospitality with Peter Oliver in 1993. Commonly known as, you got it, O&B. It is one of Canada's leading restaurant and event groups. O&B's diverse portfolio includes a collection of unique and innovative restaurants, event spaces, a bakery, and several strategic partnerships, including Bannock, Canoe, Auberge de Pommier, This Bistro, O&B Cafe Grill, and many others. Michael founded his first restaurant, Jump, with business partner Peter Oliver in 1993. The Centre of Hospitality and Culinary Arts, the CHCA, has a long relationship with Michael due to his reputation amongst their industry leaders and his enduring influence in the culinary and hospitality sector. Michael's involvement at CHCA spans from providing annual scholarships and externships for CHCA students, providing catering services to the school, and offering the use of his event spaces and event rentals for CHCA events. Now you must be wondering what it took for Michael to build this game-changing culinary and hospitality model. Well, hard work for sure, risk-taking, and an instinct for what's new and what's going to be different, absolutely. Today, we celebrate Michael receiving his honorary degree in culinary. A few years ago, Peter Oliver received the same degree for hospitality management. So we definitely have that O&B connection with CHCA. I personally have the pleasure to work with Michael over the years in many charity events. And when I think of quality and integrity, I'm going to repeat that again. Quality and integrity, I think of him. I am pleased to welcome our keynote speaker, Mr. Michael Bonnicini.
Good afternoon and welcome to Madam Chancellor, Mr. President, George Brown College faculty and staff, graduates, family and friends. I'm honored to be here, face to face, with the hospitality industry's freshest talent. I want to sincerely congratulate all of the graduates who are in attendance today. I hope that each of you feels proud to be sitting here, and that you carry that sense of pride with you throughout all of your future endeavors. I can tell you, one of the most exciting moments of my life was the very first time I put on my chef's jacket for cooking school. Every single time I don my chef's whites, I feel immensely proud to be part of this industry. And I often say that if that feeling ever dissipates, then I'll know it's time to hang up my apron for good. We're all here because we've fallen in love with the hospitality industry at some part of our lives. I, for one, experienced my first taste for hospitality as a kid, working in my parents' hotel in South Wales. Whether it was helping my dad in the kitchen, stripping the beds, or emptying the waste paper bins, everyone had a job to do. And I always remember their strict standards and attention to detail. You had to do the things they wanted done the way they wanted them done. My role in this family affair helped spark not only my diligent work ethic, but my passion for hospitality and taking care of guests. That energy and excitement followed me through cooking school and came into sharp focus when I entered the kitchen of the Dorchester, one of London's most iconic hotels. There, surrounded by the hustle and bustle of 150 other cooks, I began to truly understand the hospitality machine in all its glory. I began to view hospitality as the unique opportunity to connect with a guest and leave them with an absolutely head-spinning impression of who we are. Through our beautiful prepared food, flawless service, or even something small like a warm smile and a greeting, those are the moments when properly executed, energize my batteries and drive my passion for this industry. I'm a big believer in having a genuine passion for your work. It has to be real, it has to be rich, it has to be deep and strong. You have to be able to look at yourself in the morning as you brush your teeth and think, I can't wait to get to work. Toronto's hospitality industry has progressed exponentially over the last 20 years. And quite frankly, I think it's one of the most exciting culinary scenes in North America. And that's thanks to the passionate individuals like you who have pushed our standards to soaring new heights. I want all of you to harness that desire for continuous improvement with the goal of becoming leaders in our industry and setting the benchmark for the next generation. As we look to the future, one thing is certain: changes and challenges will be constant, and we must be ready to embrace them. I would urge you to take advantage of learning opportunities and broaden your horizon as much as possible. Whether that means cooking your way through Asia or simply picking up a Taiwanese cookbook, be prepared to push yourself mentally and physically and never, ever stop learning. Some of you may not know this, but I've been fortunate enough to experience many different aspects of this business. I've led a front of house team in a role as general manager at Jump. I've worn the hat of a general contractor when Peter Oliver and I were building restaurants in the early days. I've deepened my wine knowledge through WSET. I've been fortunate enough to sit in the chair of a judge on MasterChef Canada. Recently, I've continued my education through the University of Toronto and Guelph University, studying forest management, and I continue to stay busy as I learn the art and science of beekeeping up at our family farm. Although my career started with an apron, it certainly hasn't ended with that apron. One of my greatest mentors, Chef Anton Mosiman, would tell us at the Dorchester that cooking is an eternal apprenticeship. And I'm convinced that sentiment extends to all areas of hospitality. Although you should take pride in your skill and talent, I encourage you to remain humble as you navigate your next steps. George Brown has given you a strong foundation and the toolbox, but now it's up to you to faithfully hone your craft, build your reputation as you grow into the best version of yourself. Again, I want to extend a huge congratulations to all of you. Whatever path you wish to take in your hospitality journey, I wish you the very best of success. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Bonaccini. And I now invite President Theron and Chancellor Milne to come to the podium to say a few words about this year's recipient of an honors Bachelor of Commerce, Culinary Management.
Thank you very much, Mr. Bonaccini, for your inspiring remarks, as well as your leadership and innovation in the culinary and hospitality industry. I'd also like to thank you for your support of George Brown students. Madam Chancellor, it is my pleasure to present to you Michael Bonaccini as the recipient of the Honorary Bachelors of Commerce, Culinary Management, honoris causa.
By the authority vested in me as Chancellor of George Brown College, I confer the Honours Bachelor of Commerce, Culinary Management, honoris causa. Congratulations, Michael.
Thank you so much. It is now my pleasure to introduce the valedictorian for this afternoon, Karen Rashish, who is graduating from the Culinary Management program in the Chef School. Karen, will you please come forward to address the graduating class of 2022?
Madam Chancellor, Mr. President, George Brown College faculty and staff, graduates, family and friends, welcome. It's an honor to see you all in person. We are here in this room attending one of the first in-person graduation ceremonies in George Brown College since our world has turned sideways. This celebration is only possible thanks to a lot of support from those around us today. Our common journey these past couple of years has been one of adversity. Those of us graduating today had to make the conscious choice to go to school during pandemic times, whether at the very beginning of our journey or partway through. We came from all walks of life, some of us just starting fresh out of high school, and some of us having experienced more than our fair share of failures and successes before coming here to pursue new paths. But in the end, across different cities and even countries, we were all compelled to go on this educational journey in a field that has been so heavily impacted by recent world events. We will all go out into a world forever changed, having achieved and learned more than we could ever imagine was possible. Know that we have made it despite all odds, even with online courses, system failures, internet issues, social distancing, masks and shields, and the temptation to go on a short break to play games or go out with friends or do anything but our schoolwork. Despite all that we have been through, we finished what we started. This is one monumental achievement. As one of the best well-known wise man figures in the wizarding world, Albus Dumbledore once said, "It is our choices, Harry, that show us what we truly are, far more than our abilities." And while he lived in a fictional universe, our journey was nowhere near fictional. All of us graduating made the conscious choice to accept the challenge and attend George Brown College's hospitality and culinary programs during a pandemic. We all stuck by that decision and made it to this room to walk across this stage. Thank you for taking this journey with me, both in person and online, and thank goodness I can see you all at this finish line to congratulate you and tell you one last thing. We made it. We are all about to move to the next stage of our journeys, armed with what we learned here. We might not be together on the same path anymore once we step out that door, but we will all go forward from here, facing every challenge and every trial that comes our way as we change this industry. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Karen. We have now reached the formal part of our ceremony, where we award the credentials, the diplomas, certificates, and degrees, and these become official documents at the college. I invite Chancellor Noella Milne and Dr. Corey Ross to please come forward.
Would the candidates please stand? Graduates? Madam Chancellor, it is my privilege to report to you that the candidates assembled here today have qualified in all respects for their credentials by successfully completing curricula offered by the Center for Hospitality and Culinary Arts at George Brown College. Faculty members have recommended that they be awarded their credentials in recognition of their academic accomplishments.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Governors of George Brown College, I do hereby confer on you your respective diplomas, certificates, and degrees, with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities pertaining thereto.
Madam Chancellor, on behalf of the candidates not present, I request that you confer their credentials in absentia.
I so do.
Please take your seats. During the next part of the ceremony, we will be presenting the candidates individually to Chancellor Noella Milne and President Gervin Farron. To show our respect for each candidate, we ask that you remain in your seats until the last candidate has received their credential. Guests, we ask that you be courteous when you hear your graduate's name, and please be respectful with your applause so that all the names can be heard. Candidates, as you make your way across the stage, please follow the printed footsteps on the floor. Upon receiving your credential, please return to your seats to show your respect for each candidate and enjoy the rest of the convocation ceremony. Madam Chancellor, Mr. President, I present the candidates from the Center for Hospitality and Culinary Arts so that you may confer their credentials. I invite our announcer, Patrick Kwok-Chun, to come to the podium now. Patrick is a graduate of the George Brown Theatre School.
Madam Chancellor, Mr. President, it's an honor to present the graduates of 2022 from the Center for Hospitality and Culinary Arts, School of Hospitality and Tourism Management, from the Food and Beverage Management Restaurant Management Program, Manuel Alejandro Amaya Sanabria. Funrada Bunyong with honors. Chance Riley St. Onge Campbell. Marikar Kasim. Jules Chain. Ali Chica with honors. Sevda Chuchele with honors. Anshuk Pradeep Gade. Harpreet Kaur. Kunal Sachin Kerdikar. Leonid Lebuk. Mary Joan McKeegan with honors. Hung Tan Ngo. Hien Ngok Tram Nguyen. Kwok Bao Nguyen with honors. Shivani Pal. Thi Than Tam Pham with honors. Claudette Raymond Cadillac Ruiz with honors. Tani Jane Gagua Ramos. Joshua Carlo Mabiling Resma. Priscilla Christiane Rodriguez Bretz. Naue Sagawa with honors. Patricia Sanchez. Inez Sang with honors and Dean's Medal winner. Oleksiy Savchenko. Trikshat Sharma. Min Hyo Thai. Celeste Trevina Anane. From the Hotel Management Program, Gurnur Dang. Agandip Singh Grewal. Ashesh Sethi. Puneet Singh. From the Special Event Management Program, Chanprit Singh. Faiza Ali. Judy Al-Masri. Ahmed Amin. Konstantinos Avram. Sabrina Marie Grace Bachelari. Romela Begag. Laura Bernal. Tanika Brown. Shale Campbell Meraro. Paige Canning with honors. Wilberth Canto Savala. Ji Yun Che. Hong Yu Chen. Vu Shen Chen. Sydney Dawn Crow with honors. Diana Carolyn Cruz Rodriguez. Casey Lynn Carmelita Dilion with honors. Sheslin Dinesh with honors. Ana Teresa Aji Peixoto. Leila Ezi with honors. Suwaib Ahmed Famid. Sofia Filipova. Geneva Romana Frater. Brianna Cordero Gaetano. Chantal Garcia Hernandez. Isabella Grossi with honors. Kanae Higuchi with honors. Shuping Shu with honors. Melanie Eve Dimitrova Iliev. Carmel Kalema. Terme Kamali. Angela Katoj. Kushmita Kushmita. Anna Paula Kiefer with honors. Grace Klein. Vikas Kumar. Ksenia Kurvicheva. Carly Michael Lamb with honors. Udi Lee. Taeyi Liang with honors. Amanda Maya. Alyssa Taylor Martin Terry. Cesar Augusto Miranda Soto. Sarah Miranda Moniz. Jae Young Park with honors. Hetvi Samikumar Patel. Awesta Popelzai. Amir Parham Puladi. Kylie Savage. Ashley Margaret Seward with honors. Anastasia Shapovalova. Gagandeep Singh with honors. Katerina Skaniakos with honors. Michaela Shea Terrace. Ejem Asiya Unal with honors. Vanessa Vanderpaul with honors. Nicole Waldner Thone with honors. So Young Yoon. From the Hospitality and Tourism Management Program, Michelle Anona Ahmed. Armel Batalo. Gia Anika Camponian. Yeji Jeong. Amabel Claren with honors. Semper Fidelis Bayona Crisotomo. Natalia da Cruz Silva with honors. Juan Mindo. Julia Ferreira Guimarães with honors. Ayrton Fonseca. Lara Aguilar Gasman with honors. Nitish Goyal. Nicole Granada. Julia Granieri with honors. Alexia Green. Tuan Ngoc Huang Ha. Ngoc Tu Ha Huyn with honors. Uyen Huyn with honors. Giovanna Janakovska. Tekle Javelitse with honors. Alexandra Eliza Jurado. Jishnu K. Sivan with honors. Haruna Kikuchi. Jermina Elaine Mabanag with honors. Mai Thang Nyan with honors. Natalia Marakubides with honors. Diksha Midha. Juan Jose Molina Villa. Lina Marcela Mozo Cortez with honors. Din Ho Ngo. Fong Lin Nguyen with honors. Alana May Obera with honors. Rosen Omuri with honors. Jahanvi Patel. Priyanka Patel. Ruthan S. Peralta. Georgie Pyle with honors and Dean's Award winner. Isabel Rogers with honors. Paula Pitombo. Carolini Tomelin with honors. Mayan Tran with honors. Madhav Tuli. Ji Yun Yang. From the Hospitality Hotel Operations Management Program, Eileen Arandia, Anvar Arziev, Eunice Ann Bakani with honors, Jovane Brown, Sylvia Chai with honors, Bumia Chawla, Ajin Choi, Alicia Natalie DeCoito, Hui Deep, Clara Matoso, Mithilesh Goswami with honors, Hyo Un Han, Nurul Hassan, Rifat Hassan, So Yung Jang, Sarah Kang, Shubham Kapoor, Manpreet Kaur, Jae Hee Kim, Yunwoo Kim, Yunha Kim, Rebecca Kong with honors, Qian Li, Han Le, Ni Le with honors, Ah Yung Lee with honors, Sahar Malek with honors, Nikhil Malik, Josephine Manuel, Larissa Martins Maya with honors, Darshan Vilas Mathukia, Noron Dev Melepat with honors, Delphina Mendez, Lance Walter Merritt with honors, Sawako Nakazato, Lin Kang Nguyen, Dwani Panchal with honors, Ji Hyun Park, An Fung Phaem with honors, Phi Ha Phan with honors, Charanjit Singh, Akshit Puri, Harmanjot Singh, Miki Tanaka with honors, Setare Sutude with honors, Vivian Tran with honors, Lin Tran with honors, Tessa Trin with honors, Jennifer Annette Turnblom, Duong Vu, Beryl Vuong, Evgenia Yusupova with honors, Danielle Zhang, from the Advanced Wine and Beverage Business Management Program, Jamie Bradford with honors, Harshkit Singh Gurm with honors, Parth Shrikant Shukla with honors, from the Honors Bachelor of Business Administration Hospitality Program, Emma Agostino, Regino Barabicho, Alex Douglas William Birch, Tong Cheng, Anushka Chopra with honors, Alana Colley, Megan Elizabeth Olive Fortner with honors, Kishana Ashaki Fullerton, Amanat Gill, Donatilla Onyonge Guto, Valen Jude Gabiyog Jambaro with honors, Stacy Nikala Jean-Jacques with honors, Camila Kashkin with honors, Ekaterina Kisleva, Victoria Levska. Lisa Marie Lynn Harris. Min Jiang Ngo. Huing Nguyen. Ngo Nguyen Nguyen with honors. An Nguyen. Nam Nguyen with honors. Vi Hoing Phung Nguyen. Vi Pham. Lin Fan. Thanuja Surendran with honors. Sayako Suzuki with honors. Huing Chang Tran. Arujan Tulejenova with honors. Thank you, Madam Chancellor, Mr. President. This concludes the conferral of credentials. Please join me in congratulating our graduates.
I now invite President Fearon to address the graduating class.
Thank you very much. I think we've heard it best from our graduates. And I heard statements such as, I've done it, we've done it, hurrah, and even a little bit of a sidestep as well. So to each of you, congratulations. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank each of you for attending the convocation ceremony of 2022 and for recognizing all the graduates today of George Brown College. Thank you. I think it goes without saying that this is a wonderful day, and you can see from the enthusiasm that the sunshine is in here too, and all the graduates have brightened up our day, and thank you to them. The students graduating today have worked hard in the programs that they've majored in. They've made outstanding contributions to our college community. Through the experiential educational experiences that they've gotten through hands-on learning, they have developed the practical skills and experiences to succeed in their chosen careers as well as future activities. In fact, they have put into practice the teaching and learning material presented by our dedicated faculty and staff members, many of whom are here with us today. So let's say congratulations to our faculty and staff members here. Specifically, our graduates have achieved and established a strong foundation for success. They have already joined the incredible distinguished members that call George Brown College their alma mater. You are now our new alumni members, and congratulations to each of you. Our college was established in 1968. And in fact, over this time period, we have more than 250,000 individuals who have graduated from George Brown College. Today, in fact, you can go across the city of Toronto, across the province, across the country, and in fact, across the entire globe. And wherever you go, you will find a George Brown graduate who is contributing to the success of a community, a business, a government agency, or a not-for-profit organization. In fact, that is your legacy, and that is what you'll be doing as well going forward. Our alumni are helping to transform the lives of others. They, in fact, construct the buildings that we live in, They're part of constructing spaces like this that we enjoy. They run the restaurants that attract visitors from right across the entire world. They contribute to the productivity and the profitability of businesses and inspire us with their amazing creativity and innovation in all they do. They provide the vital healthcare and community services and deliver the early childhood educational services that create the possibilities for others. George Brown graduates are the innovators and the problem solvers working to improve our communities, our society, and indeed our entire world. Well, I'd like to tell you about one such graduate, Joe Skarvotsky, and he is one example for us to consider. After working at General Motors in Oshawa for more than 3 decades, he made a career shift and graduated from our culinary skills program. And in fact, he was here with us earlier today. He used his skills, his newfound skills this spring as a volunteer with World Central Kitchen in Poland, preparing meals for refugees of the war in Ukraine. The efforts was actually personal for Joe. His grandparents, you see, came to Canada from Ukraine in the early 1900s. And in fact, I suspect many of you will have your own stories about coming to Canada, about succeeding at George Brown College as well. Well, in fact, Joe contacted me not too long ago and asked me if George Brown College could assist him in this effort. And I was really pleased to be able to answer his call. I think just like you, as alumni members, you'll be answering the call from right across the globe and contributing to others. And as well, they'll be appreciating the education that you gained at George Brown College and the inspiration that you bring to the world as a whole. Our graduates are engaging in the big issues that will define our collective future, such as climate change, digitization, and other persistent challenges, as well as opportunities that manifest themselves in terms of the world of the future. These are the possibilities that we here at George Brown College put our minds to. For example, we're building Ontario's first institutional mass timber net zero carbon emission building, Limberlost. It will be iconic in Toronto and Canada. And in fact, as graduates, you can take a look at what we've done together as well and celebrate it. Yes, our college community is contributing to the building of Toronto. And in fact, the class of 2022, all of you are already making your mark in your contribution. I think it goes without saying that each of you are a member of a class of your own. Let's take a moment to ponder that and to applaud it as well. As we celebrate all that you have achieved, and as we look ahead to the incredible impact that you'll have in the future, this is why we're so proud of each one of you. At the same time, we celebrate that many individuals have been a part of supporting your success. And we know as well that there may be family members, friends, and colleagues who have contributed to your educational journey. And as well, we want to recognize the generous donors who've made possible the opportunities that you've each explored and made opportunities open to others in terms of removing financial challenges and barriers that they may face through the bursaries and scholarships that they've funded and provided. And we're here to witness and to give testimony to the incredible people that we saw walk across the stage today. I can tell you, your enthusiasm was infectious, and your glow about what you intend to do in the future, it's really inspiring to all of us. So as a result, I think here at George Brown, we truly believe that we are contributing to turning learning into opportunity, because each of you have displayed that today already. At this moment as well, I'd like to ask our graduating students to take a moment to look around and to applaud the many supporters you have today in the room, and in fact, the many supporters who you've had all along your journey. So why not take a moment to say thank you to them and applaud and express your appreciation to all the members of the audience. I believe it's true that each one of you has followed your own unique path to George Brown College, and we are honored to be and to have been a part of your amazing journey. In fact, when I joined George Brown College last spring, I spent much of my first days meeting and talking with students and listening to their stories. I was moved by what I heard as learners of all ages and stages shared their journey with me. Stories of working in construction for many years and looking for new opportunity. In fact, our architectural technology program became the path to their success. Stories of traveling the world after a first degree. Well, our postgraduate program in financial planning became their destination. Each student graduating today has a special and meaningful story, and each one has experienced a unique journey. What is common, though, what is common to all of you is that you chose to invest in your future, in your education, but most uniquely by pursuing it here at George Brown College. And we're really proud of that, and we're really proud to have been a part of that journey. The jobs of today and those of the future requires the education, training, and skills that individuals such as yourself acquire at George Brown College. You made the right choice by investing in your future. And today, you can celebrate the outcomes of your dedication and your effort. I am honored, really honored, to be the president of George Brown College. However, I want to also tell you that yes, I stand before you. However, I certainly do not stand alone. In fact, thousands of our dedicated George Brown employees stand and have stood in front of you, beside you, alongside you for years through your own journey. And as a result, they're a part of your success as well. They have helped to establish a college that is in fact renowned across Canada and the globe. Together, they have created a diverse and inclusive teaching and learning community that welcomes students from across Canada and from more than 130 countries around the world. As a result, George Brown College has become known for the success it contributes to our students and our graduates, as well as its role as a city builder and in community development. This is in fact, as I mentioned before, this is the legacy that you inherit, but also the legacy in the future that you will also build as graduates of George Brown College. Today, our graduation ceremony really reflects the amazing activity that takes place at George Brown College. I want to also make mention, though, that this is not the end of the journey for you, but I want you to take a moment to reflect back on your first day at George Brown College, or even further back when you heard for the first time that you were admitted to the college. You were probably filled with joy and an amazing sense of possibility. And then now think of today. You have lived and worked hard at that dream. You have overcome, of course, challenges, but equally, maybe more important, you have succeeded. Tomorrow, you will begin a new chapter. There will be exciting moments and, of course, challenging occasions as well. Throughout all these periods, though, I think that you can be confident that what you've learned here at George Brown College, the knowledge, the skills, the abilities, it provides you with a foundation for success and success in the future as well. As you venture into this amazing future, I hope you will hold dear the values of social inclusion, respecting and honoring the Indigenous peoples of these lands, and recognizing that we all play an important role in building and nurturing an inclusive and prosperous Canada. Again, maybe taking a moment just to recognize what an incredible country, Canada. I also would make mention, remember as well, that you will also be part always of the George Brown College family. Our team is here to support your success as alumnus, and we will be here to support your lifelong learning if you choose to pursue an additional educational credential or another specialization in the future as well. As you advance in your profession, you may also want to take the opportunity to join a program advisory committee, host a student in a field placement, partner with us, as well as consider participating in one of our research programs, or in fact, think of the possibilities for yourself today. Sometime in the future, you may want to think of hiring a graduate as well. Well, there are many opportunities to stay connected and to continue to make a contribution to the George Brown College community. And I know that you'll find your path to do so as well. But today is about congratulations. And I would also want to recognize that today is the beginning of an amazing and bright future. You should all be very, very proud of your accomplishments. I can tell you, as I stand here, as we are here, we are proud of you and what you've done. Just want to take the moment then to say congratulations on all your achievements, all your success. Thank you so much. Merci, miigwech. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Fearon. Graduates, each of you here today has completed a long journey to reach this moment. You've had the support and encouragement of people close to you, and many of your supporters are in fact here to celebrate with you. So this is your one last opportunity to say thank you to the parent, child, sibling, partner, spouse, or friend who helped make this possible. So please turn and join me in recognizing them now. I also invite you to please express your thanks to the faculty and staff of George Brown College and the Center for Hospitality and Culinary Arts. I will also thank the Office of the Registrar, the Marketing and Communications team, and the entire Convocation team of staff and students for organizing this convocation ceremony. Finally, graduates and guests, I invite you to rise if you are able and ask that you remain in the auditorium until the platform party has left the stage. And I now declare these graduation exercises closed. Please stand. Thank you.